morning, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, and we're now at the 15th of September, halfway through the month, 2021, about 8:35 in the morning. Got a lot of economic data, but what's been going on is the markets are still unable to hold rallies. That's the best way I think I can describe what's going on in the stock market. It tries to put on small rallies, and by day's end, they've been losing. I think we're, down 6 out of 7 days or something. It's quite a bit of a drop that we've been looking. Dollar index still knocked down from yesterday's CPI numbers. You're up strong as can be in the energies. Just look at the size of these gains. Take a look at nat gas, 32 cents higher. One of my favorite trades that I mentioned to you a month ago, just continuing to run to the upside. I think Bloomberg better have me back on. That was quite a run that the market had. And I still see a waffling in the grain markets, although I do think that the corn market, with the lost embedded reading, can gain a bit more here towards its 18-day average of closes. No real action going on in the bonds and the notes. So if we look at the mortgage market headline numbers, sort of a mixed bag. Up 0.3 in the index overall. The purchase, as you can see, index went up 7.5%. That's good. But you were down in the refi about 3.2%. You know, interest rates, they're really not moving a lot. You're not giving a lot of impetus one way or the other to people, oh, I got to go out and refinance. Nothing there yet. Import-export prices, we know petroleum prices were up, and if you look at everything else, a mixed bag, not much there. Here's the stellar performer of the day, the New York State Empire number, and I would have thought it would have really lifted stock markets more than that when it came out. It really didn't. They held, and then the market sank back as we open now. You know, it's only 5 minutes into the opening, 6 minutes. So there's a ways to go here. But these were good in every category. The Federal Reserve industrial production numbers, well, they came in a little bit softer if you look at where they're at. They're not super tight here. And Chinese economic data, just look at the bottom. Growth, retail sales, 2.5%. They were looking for a 7% jump. They've got problems there. It's interesting that President Xi has decided that he doesn't want to meet one-on-one with an overture from President Biden to do so. He's turned that down, according to the press. I guess that we're going to get here into a situation where the U.S. and China keep just drifting this way. No surprise. We have all these sanctions on them. They have their own internal problems as they're clamping down on everything. Now they're telling websites what the definition of pro-communist thoughts are and what their websites have to do about it. So they are really going the other way. Get away with these freedoms? No, that's not going on. It's the exact opposite, and we're seeing that happen. So you take a look at what's going on. You want to be a market technician now. September's ugly. I don't think it's going to radically change by month end, okay? So adjust yourself accordingly. That does not mean the world has ended in these stock indexes and all. Everything has a correction. You might want to take a look at this. I'm Ira Epstein. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.